What's up, Invincible Kings? No coffee can sustain us. Today, we're going to go into how I had 185 plus influencer brands apply to grow my brand. I accepted 5 influencers, and here are the results. This is the AMZ Secret Show with your host, David Aladdin. Winter is coming. Fourth quarter is just above the horizon. Together, we're on this crazy ride where we are the tadpoles that grow into the frogs. We are the caterpillars that become the butterflies. We are lions, and we're on this path to become kings. Kings of our own castles, evolving and learning like no other. New intros every day. Today's podcast is sponsored by the AMZSecrets.com VIP. We build powerful seller tools to supercharge our Amazon listings that help us all sell more. And they keep getting more powerful. You can get your free invite to the platform at amzsecrets.com. Today's podcast, episode 62, how I implemented influencers to grow my brand. I started this experiment with influencers back in episode 57, amzsecrets.com/57. I asked 10 influencers to grow my brand of the 185. 5 influencers accepted. 3 have so far posted their results, and we're going to talk about how they did and what I did to get them to do what they did. That's kind of confusing. You know, when I was in high school, I never considered myself to be one of the popular kids. I played the sports, had friends, but I wasn't that kid who was like the jock. I thought I was done with all that crap, but nowadays, the popular kids have morphed into a new form. They're called influencers. And they're everywhere. Influencers are sneakily changing the game of marketing. Some of these guys wield armies of followers. Convince the leader to join your war, and his army will follow. And so that's been my experiment. Now, before I get into the experiment results themselves, there's easy ways to recruit influencers, and there's really hard ways. So initially, I went onto YouTube. I love the concept of someone creating a YouTube video for my products and started my search there. And this is actually the harder way, as I found out. I was browsing through by category, searching for influencers with at least 100,000 subscribers. Most influencers will have in their description or profile a business inquiry email. I got about 8 influencer emails with my requirements through this long process of just browsing videos, and then I emailed them with a curated response. It was targeted, yet able to send out to multiple YouTubers without taking a big chunk of my time. It went like this. Hey John Doe, we like your videos. We think the style would fit well with our brand. I am the founder of This Brand Startup, and we are interested in potentially being a sponsor for you with free gear, but also money too. And we would send the shipping too. We'd pay for that. Let me know if you're interested, David, founder of This Brand Startup. That's pretty much exactly how the email went down. Then I closed my Outlook, or Gmail as it was, forgot about it, and went back to work. A day later, and responses started coming in. It was so painful to get these responses. It turns out that most of these guys, they have agents or head of influencer divisions, or managers, as you would want to call them, that instead of directly reaching a particular YouTuber, they have some guy in a corporate office managing them. What? There's a major play going on right now. Influencers are being scooped up by these agent advertising companies and leveraged against companies and startups like myself. They are being herded like cattle into pens and sold to the highest bidder. I got responses back from my email, and they went like this. Hey David, I hope you are well, plus enjoying your week. Thank you for reaching out to John Doe. He seems like an excellent fit for This Brand Startup, and I would like to explore this opportunity further. Are you free at 11 a.m. Eastern time to discuss? Thanks. And I'm like thinking in my head, why are you talking in third person? And then I'm like, oh, you are not the YouTuber I contacted. You're some third party guy. You're a middleman that wants to make money in between. And so this created a massive headache. All of these guys, these media managers, they all wanted to get on the phone. It's like that was like their secret. Like, let's get on the phone at 11 a.m. to discuss. And this happened a lot. It was reoccurring. It wasn't the only email that from an agent that I got. No longer can you give $100 to an influencer and your product for free with free shipping. The manager wants his cut too. Not only that, they're chasing after bigger deals. So if they get you on the phone, they're probably going to say, hey, I've got this YouTuber, but I've also got 10 other YouTubers that you should also give your product to. And you see where you start to get, you don't know if you're getting a good deal anymore. And I don't want to deal with middlemen. I want to pay the YouTuber directly. I don't want to have to deal with all this business shenanigans. I just want it done. So my next step was to skip that route. I told the guys I didn't want managers and I wanted the deals, really. So I applied to FameBit and Thomason. Both of these services offered influencers with little to no overhead charge. They automated the process of finding influencers who knew what to do, didn't have to set up phone calls to discuss influencer business. That's just time consuming, and keeping the influencer in check with profiles depicting their reputation. So next, I listed my product and I applied the same rules. Within 48 hours, I had over 182 influencers apply. Conditions remain the same. They would have to attract at least 100,000 people, whether through their website or YouTube channel, and then somewhat be related to my brand. I want influencers with audiences that would potentially buy my product. From the 182 people, I selected 5, all who requested both the product and an actual fee, so a fee to create the video or article that they would publish. The fees range per influencer that applied. Some were pretty ridiculous, with like requests or $500 for an audience of relatively the same magnitude of someone charging $100. Interesting. Thus, I kept it to a limit of $150 max to pay per influencer. In total, the influencers had a combined reach of over 1 million fans. What? That's pretty epic. We live in a new age, and that's why influencers have power. Okay, David, what instructions did you give them? The golden nugget here is allow your influencer the ability to create an experience with their brand and your brand. Don't forge your brand into theirs. Let them figure out the best way to present your product into their environment. The influencer knows best in this regard. I also made note that it was important in their review or inclusion of my product into their brand that I would continue to work with you if you guys delivered good on your results. So I put like a little pressure on them with a follow-up email, and based on how they did, I would monitor their results and continue work with them. So I want them to do a good job, and I emphasize that in a follow-up. So now there was one more golden nugget here also. Include a direct Amazon affiliate link to your own product and a web page to your site. By doing this, you're doing 2 things. The Amazon referral list and link will result in direct purchases from their videos or websites, while also saving you up to 15% per purchase, which is pretty cool. And there's tracking, so you can see how many purchases you get per affiliate or per influencer. And second, you're going to want a link to your webpage. This will provide an external link to your site, which is also good in terms of building the search organics of your website for Google. Google loves backlinks to your website, and this is just a perfect time to build high quality links with epic influencers. So why not? 3 out of the 5 delivered. 2 of them are currently on their last few days to deliver. So I didn't know this would happen. Not all of the influencers would come through. If they don't deliver, I would lose the cost of the product and the shipping I sent to them, which kind of sucks, but it's not a big deal. But I would get back the fee that I paid them to actually create the video. So about $150 per person, so around $300, maybe $250. The 3 that did deliver, they delivered remarkably. One YouTube video garnered over 10,000 views within the first 8 days, and it continues to grow. It has 500 thumbs ups, 65 plus comments, and a link in the description right when it starts to my product and my website. That's pretty epic. And this video will continue to grow over time. It's like passive income, except that it's passive views and passive brand building. Is a caterpillar hatching into that butterfly, the tadpole into that frog. The other video got 300 views already, 11 thumbs up, 6 comments. That's not bad either. The most encouraging part of the ecosystem of influencers and brands is that influencers spend a lot of time creating these videos that I otherwise would probably not unless I was creating like a promotional video. But these are people that are spending their time and energy and audience building your brand. Pretty awesome. All it costs is money, and money comes and goes. And for us, I think it's a bit easier. And it flows in the easiest direction possible. I like what the influencers have done so far, and I plan to allocate more money of my marketing dollars toward them versus the Amazon PPC or the Google AdSense PPC. The long-term value of influencers creating YouTube videos for brands seems invaluable, especially the unboxing community, sports stars, celebrities. I haven't even touched or tapped into those marketplaces. The sky is the limit for brands in this regard. I highly recommend this route for growth, but on the other side, the cons. Upfront costs can be kind of expensive. I spent $550 on this experiment here in addition to the cost of products and shipping. So that'll cost you some more, maybe about $800 to $900. This entire thing was an expensive experiment, but the return on investment will trickle back in. Now, for your Amazon News Flash Briefing to get you all caught up on Amazon. According to CNBC, more shoppers are starting their online search on Amazon. More shoppers are turning into Amazon over Google as their starting point. Roughly 55% of consumers begin their online shopping searches on Amazon's site, according to a new study by Bloomreach. That's up 11 percentage points from last year when the data technology firm ran its inaugural study. Meanwhile, 28% of the people said they start their hunt on a traditional search engine, down from 34% last year. And you know how metrics go, they continue in that direction. So what does this all mean, David? The stats can be skewed in a particular angle. Saying 55% of customers begin their online shopping experience sounds like a lot. But only 7% of retail is e-commerce. So 55% of 7%, which is around 3.5% of all retail, is done on Amazon, is the better title for Forbes. That being said, the struggle is real for all other e-commerce and retail providers. Amazon's got big arms, and they're only getting bigger. Let's zoom out for a second. The internet is only 45 years old. Amazon is only 22 years old. We haven't even hit a century of online business. There's many years to be fought and many kings to rise. It is just the beginning, guys. Till next time, David Aladdin out. Myrmidons, I hope you loved the podcast as I did. Be sure to check out our live Facebook mastermind group at amzsecrets.com/FB. There's over 5,000 members in there. Also, I'm looking for guests to come on the show to add more value and more golden nuggets. If interested, go to amzsecrets.com/guest. I know you're out there. Yes, you over there. Lastly, please leave a review on iTunes at amzsecrets.com/review. Every review counts and helps spread the word. This podcast has been written, edited, directed by David Aladdin, Global King in Amazon, Logistics Strategy, and Building Castles. What? David Aladdin, out.